Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. How are you all doing today? It's so good to have everybody here again. Okay, please just help me confirm if you can hear my voice, if you can hear the sound of my voice loud and clear. Okay, just help me confirm if you can hear the sound of my voice. Just give me a one in the chat. Give me one in the chat if you can hear the sound of my voice. Okay, it's so good to have everybody here today again. And how are you all doing? Let me know. It's been a while. How is everybody doing? Just give me a one in the chat. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear my voice. Give me a two if you can see my face. If you can hear my voice and you can see my face, give me one, two, one, two, one, two. I need to know if the setup is, properly done. Okay, so it's so good to have everybody here today. We have a whole lot of you guys here today. That's amazing. Okay, so because what I'm going to be talking about today is, value packed, and you might not find me discussing about this topic, like this again. I would like you to just do something very quickly before we start. Okay, before I just go into the meat of tonight's discussion, you all know what we're discussing about tonight. We are talking about chronic kidney disease, and a lot of things, everything you need to basically know about chronic kidney disease (CKD) that has become common these days. So before we start right away, just copy that link that brought you here, share it to everybody that you care about. Copy that link that got you here, that was sent to you in the community. Share it to everybody that you care about, your spouse, your children, maybe your parents, your friends, your colleague at work, your relative, people in your family, your friends, people everybody that's you care about, and that care about you as well. So copy that link, share it to them, share it to all groups that you belong to that allow you to share such kind of posts. Okay, so copy it, share it to them. If you need to get permission from the admin or the owner of the group, kindly get permission. Don't share it to a group where it's not allowed. Basically, we just want everybody that you care about to also have access to this information so that we all can grow in good health. So in the next 1-2 minutes, I would like you to share this, bring everybody that you care about in here so that they learn and they also get access to what you're getting access to, because you cannot enjoy everything alone. You need to be healthy, and people around you also need to be healthy, because if you are healthy, if you are the only one healthy in your community, then you are sick. If you're the only one who is healthy in your environment, you're sick. So people around you also need to be healthy as well. So just copy that link that got you here, share it to them so that they can come in here before we start right away. So I'm going to be giving a couple of minutes to allow those who are going to be joining from the link you're sharing to come in here so that we can start right away, because I really don't want this to go too long. But what I have for you is value packed, a lot of things, and what I'm going to be sharing tonight, okay, which is going to benefit everybody. So quickly do this and let me know. Once you are done, just come to the comments and type done, done, done. And while you are doing this, very quickly, ensure that you subscribe. Okay, ensure that you subscribe. There's a subscribe button down below. You will see it at the bottom of your screen if you're watching right now. Just click on the subscribe button. Also click on the like button. So when you click on the subscribe button, it gets you access to this channel so that subsequent classes like this, subsequent discussions like this, you will not miss them. YouTube will notify you. And then if you click on the like button as well, what you are trying to tell YouTube is that you like this kind of content, you like this kind of classes. That anytime this kind of classes is coming on, YouTube should let you know. Okay, so that is also going to encourage us to let us know that you guys are actually enjoying what we are sharing, and it will encourage us to do more. So click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, take the link, share it to everybody that you care about. Once you have done those three things, then come to the comments and type done, 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 done. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. Okay, all right. So let me just get a glass of water and then we're going to get started right away. Okay, so make sure you do everything I've asked you to do. I'll be back in a jiffy. All right, I'm back. Welcome everybody once again. Okay, I'm sure you guys have done everything I asked you to do. The first thing is for you to click on the like button below, which will encourage us to let us know that you guys are liking what we are doing. And then the second thing is to click on the subscribe button. Both buttons are down below there. Just look for it on your screen there. Click on the subscribe button so that you'll be subscribed to this channel, so that subsequent classes or discussions like this, you will never miss them. And the third thing is to click the link that got you here and share it to everybody out there. I hope you guys have done everything that I asked you to do. Welcome, Florence Tata. Welcome, Solomon Olawumi. Okay, I'm getting a lot of done. Okay, people have done all of this. That's very good. I like this. I like this. I like the spirit. I like the spirit we are starting with tonight. All right. So without further ado, let's get right away into the meat of the discussion. Okay. So what actually prompted me coming up with this class, with this discussion actually, is in recent time I've been getting back to back contacts, let me just put it that way, with a lot of people who have issues with their kidney, kidney issues, whether kidney failure, kidney stone. Some of them are on dialysis, some of them twice a week, some of them thrice a week, some of them already have catheter for that's for prostate. Yeah, recently got somebody who had prostate issue and also had kidney issue at the same time. So he had catheter on for prostate issue. Then also taking drugs. Being on one treatment or the other for kidney issue. It's not easy. It's not a child's play. Kidney issue is not a child's play. So in recent time, I've been getting back to back people coming up with booking consultations, and some of them asking questions all around kidney and mondalis. So it has become so rampant, and that is one of the things that prompted me into bringing up this discussion. And kidney as an organ in our body is not an organ that can easily just be overlooked or easily treated even when you have issues with them. They are delicate organs, unlike some other organs. Some organs are more rugged, for example like liver, but kidney is so delicate. And basically there has not been so much awareness on kidney issue. Yeah, that's even the core. There's not been so much awareness or education on kidney issue as compared to, let's say, hypertension, as compared to, let's say, diabetes or cancer. Okay, so and since about 1980, most of the treatments available for kidney issue has practically remained the same. Not so much new invention, not so much new discovery around treatment of kidney issue since about 1980. So the death rate from kidney issue has remained the same since then up to now. About the same rate, the same proportion, the same population of people who get kidney issue and eventually die has remained the same since 1980. So there's not been so much focus on education and awareness about kidney issue. So that is one of the reasons why this discussion is very, very important. So this discussion is not just for people who already have kidney issue. A lot of people already have kidney issue, already basically know a lot of things about kidney issue already. As long as you've been going to the hospital for your treatment, been going for appointment and all sorts, most times you would have been educated, and some information will have been given to you. And because the issue is already there, you're not paying more attention to it. Okay, but for people who have not had it yet, who do not have this issue yet, we do not want you to slip into that category of people already have it. Of course, those who have it, it's not as if that's the end of the world. No, that's not the end of the world. There's hope as long as you are still alive. That's just it. As long as you are still alive, there is hope, and you are following the guidelines of whoever is handling your case, your specialist, your nephrologist, or your kidney dietitian, or whatever. As long as you're following that guideline, there is hope. Okay, so I do not want you to lose hope, because a lot of people already, a lot of people already lost hope, feeling that there's no cure. Once they start dialysis, the next thing is that is going to slide into maybe kidney transplant or also. No. There is still hope. So I like you to pay attention. So both categories, I will try to carry both categories along. Both those who don't have it yet but are very, very careful about their health, and those who already have it, those who are already down with one issue or the other with regards to kidney. All right. Now, you see, we're talking about chronic kidney disease. I'll be focusing more on chronic kidney disease because there are a lot of illnesses around kidney. There's kidney cancer. There's different, but more exactly on chronic kidney disease and how to actually maintain good kidney health. You see, the moment you are born, let me just start with this. The moment you are born, basically, let me just say your kidney starts to die. Yeah, the moment you are born, your kidney starts to die. Let's say you start when you're being given birth to, when you come to this earth, you started with maybe 1 million kidney cells in each of your kidneys. Okay, on daily basis, as you grow, you begin to lose these cells gradually. So it is like a race. So the job of kidney specialist is to slow down the rate at which your kidney function is declining. So it can't really be stopped. Your kidney decline can't really be stopped. It can only be reduced. So everything you're going to be doing is going to reduce the speed, the rate at which our kidney function is declining. So this happens to everybody, not just some category of people. It happens to everybody, white, black, African or whatever. It happens to everybody. So as we get older, as we grow, which we all pray to, we all want to grow old. So as we grow older, day by day, the kidney function declines gradually. So the way your kidney operates right now at this age is not how it was operating 10 years ago, if all things being equal. Most times your kidney were operating better 10 years ago, 20 years ago than today. So as you grow older, your kidney function declines. So why are we even particular about kidney? Like I said, it's very delicate, one of the most delicate organs in the body. And most people are actually born with two kidneys. Okay, two. Now, kidney is just at the back here. Below, part of the kidney is below the rib. It's just at the back here. So for some people, not all, is rare, but for some people, once they start having issues with their kidney, they sometimes have lower back pain. And for people who do not check themselves, they may feel it's something else. Some people think it is bile. Some people think it's maybe something else before they discover that the pain is actually from kidney defect. So a lot of everybody, not everybody, most people have two kidneys. All right, but there are some people who don't have two kidneys for different reasons. There are some people who are actually born with one kidney. Yeah, it's rare. There are some people who are actually born with two kidneys, but only one is functioning well. These people have kidney dysplasia. Okay, the first one, those who are born with just one kidney, they have kidney agenesis. Then there are some people who have removed one of their kidneys, okay, because of certain disease that may require them to remove the kidney. Why there are some people who are donors. Some people have actually donated one of their kidneys, so for somebody else to make use of through transplant. And that's some of the reasons why some people might not have two kidneys. So not everybody you see out there have two kidneys. So that's why sometimes when you're being advised not to fight, there are some people that the status their life currently is let's say they they need to you need to be careful with them. They are fragile. So for example, somebody who has lost one kidney and they can't be like somebody who have two kidneys. So when you fight them and you push them, it can lead to something else. And if the person eventually dies, nobody is there to bear witness that you didn't you are not the one that actually killed them. Maybe okay. The only person who can bear you witness, who knows that he or she has kidney issue, and that's what eventually killed them, is dead. So there are a lot of people in prisons, there are a lot of people in jail right now who are actually there because of something like this. So it's always advised not to fight. It's always advised to always keep our anger at bay so that we don't get into all this kind of thing. So that aside, so our kidney, one of the functions of our kidney, for those who do not know, is that I would like to take it from the foundation so that we can understand everything at the end. Our kidney filters our blood. The major function of our kidney is to filter the blood, and our kidney filters about 180 liters of blood per day. Let me take that again. My kidney filters about 180 liters of blood per day. So let me put that into perspective. 180 liters of blood is about 360 sachets of pure water. For those who are Nigerians, 360 sachets pure water per day. So imagine the kind of work our kidney goes through. So normally the function of the kidney is already overwhelming. It's filtering the blood regularly back to back. So that's why you have been advised to always stay away from anything that will even put more workload on your kidney. You have been advised to stay away from alcohol. You have been advised to stay away from smoking and all sorts. Been advised to make sure you keep your blood pressure you maintain your blood pressure properly. Okay, some people are stingy with their health. So people find it very difficult to spend money on their health to help them regulate their blood pressure. They think about prices whenever when it comes to treatment of their body, when it comes to the treatment of their health. They think about the price, they think about the cost. They don't think about the value. So it's very, very important for you to keep your blood pressure, controlled, manage it properly, because these are some of the things that even overload or put more workload on the kidney. All right. So our kidney filters excess water from the blood. It filters excess mineral. It filters chemical waste. It filters protein waste. Our kidney filters urea. Our kidney filters uric acid. Our kidney filters ammonia. Our kidney filters heavy metal, and so on. It filters all of these things out of the blood. It takes them out of the way and pass them through the urine so that you can live and enjoy your life, because our body do not need all of these things. Our kidney also helps us produce red blood cells. So that is why when the kidney function is declining, or for some people who have kidney issue, sometimes they might have shortage of blood, might have anemia, because our kidney controls the production of red blood cells. Okay. Now, our kidney also releases hormones that help us regulate our blood pressure. Yeah. So it's connected. Blood pressure, kidney connected. So that is why if you're having issue with your blood pressure, you have to also pay attention to the kidney. It could be an issue from the kidney. And on the other side as well, if you have issue with your kidney, then most likely your blood pressure could be on the high side. Then our kidney also, this might surprise you, our kidney also helps us, keep our bone strong, our bone healthy, by helping us produce a form of vitamin D. Some people have never thought about it before. Some people do not even know that there's a relationship between your kidney and your bone. So for some of you who have bone issues, pains, arthritis, all sorts, or osteoporosis or whatever, there's a connection between your kidney and the bone. So when the kidney is faulty, there will always, or most times, be issues with absorption of calcium, and your bone will be affected. So if you have been battling with bone issue all of this while, then it's time for you to now pay attention to the kidney. So the kidney and the bone, they are connected. So it's not just all about taking calcium alone, or taking analgesic, or taking painkillers, or diclofenac, or whatever. You have to also pay attention to your kidney when you are having bone issues. That's it. Now, when the kidney now fails, or when the kidney stops working properly, or when the function declines, our body starts to accumulate all those harmful waste that our kidney will have helped us eliminated. It starts accumulating in the body, and our body toxicity increases, our body acidity increases, and this even fights against drugs and medications. It suppresses our body's response to drug and medication for treatment. Okay, when the kidney fails, our blood pressure rise. Okay, when the kidney fails or the function starts to decline, our body will start to retain fluid, excess fluid that our kidney should have helped us eliminated. That is when you now start having edema, start having your ankle swollen, you start having shortness of breath, because you might have fluid in your lungs, the fluid that your kidney should have helped you eliminated. So it is very important. Kidney is one of the important organs of the body. Now, this way I need you to pay attention. You see, kidney disease is very common, of course, and it can affect anybody, but most times kidney issue will never give you any sign, any symptoms at the early stage. That's it. 90% of the time, kidney problem will not give you signs, any symptom at the early stage. Okay, the sign usually show up when it is already at the critical stage most times. So by the time you know that you have kidney issue, it's already at the critical stage. So you just find out that somebody who discovered that they had kidney issue last month, in 2 months time they're already dead. In 3 months time they're already in a very, very critical situation. They're already in intensive care or whatever. Okay, so most times a lot of people go to the doctor or go to the hospital for something different, an entirely different complaint. Okay, I'm having headache, I'm having insomnia, I can't sleep very well, I'm having something something very different that is not even related to the kidney. So in the process of attending to them, they will be asked to go through some checkup, to do some tests, and it is from the test they will not discover that they are already on the verge of death. That's what happens a lot of time for most people who are actually taking care of their health right now when it comes to their kidney, maybe on dialysis or whatever. A lot of them did not know that they had kidney issue when they got to the hospital. They went there for something different entirely. something totally different. Some people even went for fibroid, something different. So in the process of treating, in the process of going through some test and checkup and whatever, it will be discovered that the problem was even probably from the decline in the function of the kidney. So by then it's already late. Okay, kidney issue now kills more people than prostate cancer and breast cancer. Breast cancer is so popular these days. Kidney issue kills people more than that. All right, so we need to pay attention to this kidney, our two kidneys. Okay, we need to pay attention to it. So now, what are the three major causes, or maybe four major causes that I'm going to be focusing on that leads to kidney disease that is very common these days? Okay, the first one is the use of NSAID, painkillers. You see, in the past, painkillers, NSAID used to be a prescription drug that you need a good prescription before you can purchase NSAIDs at the pharmacy. But these days, NSAIDs, they've become over-the-counter drugs that you can just go and buy without any prescription. So because of that, people take NSAID too much. People take NSAID too much, even more than they need. And if you take NSAID too much more than you need for more than 3 years, it could it could lead you to irreversible kidney damage. So there are a lot of things that you shouldn't even be taking NSAID for regularly. A lot of things you should be taking painkillers for regularly. But because it is something you can easily get, anytime anybody have any issue, any challenge with their health, the first thing they get is painkiller. NSAID or no NSAID, okay? So we get paracetamol when they have malaria symptom, paracetamol when they have typhoid symptom, paracetamol when they are weak, paracetamol when they have fever, paracetamol when they have headache, paracetamol when they have a menstrual cramp, paracetamol, everything, paracetamol, drug, okay? Some people have been on painkillers for years because of bone issues, arthritis, rheumatism, all of this, lower back pain. They've been on painkiller for years, and if you take too much than you need for more than 3 years, it could lead to irreversible kidney damage. That's the first one. The second cause that is very common is high blood pressure. So for a lot of people who are currently down with kidney issues, most people have been battling high blood pressure for a long time. And remember, hypertension is also a silent killer. If you remember, hypertension is a silent killer. So you might be down, your body might be, you might be hypertensive and you might not know. You might be having everything and you might not have one single symptom. You might be going out every day, going to work, going to church, going to mosque, going out, praying, playing with your children, doing everything that every healthy human being is doing. And you already have hypertension. You might not even know. You might be sleeping well, waking up very well, and you might not know. So some people have been hypertensive for long and they don't even know. And this can, damage your kidney. So high blood pressure is also one of the main causes of chronic kidney disease. So for those of you who are managing your blood pressure right now, do not hesitate to give it full attention. Stop trying to manage funds when it comes to, controlling your blood pressure. This is not something you manage fund for. It's just because hypertension has become something so common that a lot of people don't even know how deadly it is. It is very deadly. It is bad. It's it affects your life in all disposition. So high blood pressure is another reason why a lot of people have chronic kidney disease. The third one, which is very, very popular, in fact, maybe more popular than hypertension or high blood pressure, is diabetes. Diabetes is very, very popular. A lot of people who have kidney issues currently, so many of them are down with diabetes. And there's something called diabetes nephropathy. Okay, this is when blood sugar starts to destroy nephrons in your kidney. Nephrons are the little tiny filter, millions of them that are in your kidney that helps you filter your blood. So when you have so much high blood sugar, it increases the oxidation, and this oxidation kills or destroys or damages the nephrons. So that is diabetes nephropathy. Okay, all right. Okay, so and when this happens, it creates a leaking effect. When the filters in your kidney start to get damaged because of high blood sugar, high blood glucose, or because of long-term diabetes, it starts to create leaking effect in the kidney. The kidney starts to leak. So kidney starts to leak things like protein. That is now when you now start seeing protein in your urine. Protein that should have been, eliminated or handled by the kidney, it starts leaking into the urine. So you get protein in your urine and you start becoming deficient of protein. Now, this diabetes nephropathy also can cause liquid in your body to start leaking into the tissues. That is when you start having edema. You start having part of your body swelling, like your ankle. You have ankle swelling, like water retention in your ankle, in your legs, in your feet, and sometimes around your eyes. That one is called PT edema. You see some people having swelling around the eyes. Okay, if you have anyone like that, let them go check themselves at the hospital. It could be kidney issue. Okay, all right. Now we have about 5 stages of kidney problem. 5 stages, generally, but there are about 6. One of them is broken into 2. So we have stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But stage 3 is broken into stage 3A and stage 3B. So stage 1 is normal when you have a GFR above 90. Then stage 2 is mild when you have your GFR around 60 to 89. Then stage 3A is moderate. Now you have about 45, yeah, GFR of about 45 to 59. And stage 3B is about 30 to 44. While stage 4, once you get to stage 4, is already severe. So that's when you have your GFR around 15 to 28, 29, 15 to 29. And then stage 5 is the end stage. That's when you have it below 15. For those who are currently, treating or undergoing any treatment for kidney issue, I know you understand this already. Different stages based on your GFR. Okay. All right. Now, even if you have kidney transplant, some people feel okay, whatever they are saying. At least if this thing happened to me, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I have access, I have resources, I can easily get a kidney transplant. A kidney transplant is not even a cure. A kidney transplant is not even a cure. So even if you donate, there are a lot of charity campaigns going on to donate to people. I just saw one about 5 minutes before coming up here just now. The guy needs 14 million naira. Okay, so even if you donate for a transplant, it does not guarantee that that person is going to eventually be cured. You should, if you can, you should donate here. I'm just saying. So some people say, but we donated this amount of money to this guy, and eventually after the kidney transplant, maybe 1 year or 2 years, he still eventually died. What a waste! It's not a waste. Okay, you should do your own part. But I'm just trying to address those who feel that because they have resources, they can use their body anyhow, they can spend their life anyhow, and if anything happens, they can easily get the kidney transplant or whatever. A kidney transplant is not a cure. Okay, as it can even only provide only 50% of normal kidney function. Okay, so once you have kidney transplant, you can't be like you were before. Just forget about that. You can't be like you were before. Okay, there are certain things that will need to be changed about your lifestyle for sure, guaranteed. Okay, so in fact, even most times, a lot of people that get kidney transplant, a lot of these recipients have to be on the medication or medicine for the rest of their life. Okay, so it is a lot more cheaper and sensible to prevent kidney damage, because once you have kidney damage, there is no going back. Once you have kidney damage, there is no going back. Even if you are rich, even if you are wealthy, even if you have the resources, it's not easy to keep up with dialysis. It's not a joke. It's not easy to keep up with dialysis. It's not easy to maintain kidney transplants. Okay, even if you are rich. Okay. For some people whose kidney are failed, they need about 3 dialysis sessions per week. Three every week. Imagine three sessions every week, and each session on the average cost about 30,000 naira. So that's roughly about 400,000 naira every month, and it's close to about 5 million naira per year. That's just for the dialysis. That does not include hospitalization, the drugs, and everything. Let's forget about the money. Let's forget about the financial cost. What about the emotional cost? For those who think they can just do anything, they ask you to stay away from this, ask you to adjust your food, and you say nothing will happen. Now one thing go kill man. It's not so sweet. It's not a joke. Forget about the financial cost. Let's talk about the emotional cost. Do you know how much people who are going through dialysis don't know how much they suffer? It's like a marathon. It basically doesn't end. Okay. After dialysis, after the session, they're always tired, fatigued, exhausted. So they go home exhausted, they go home tired. And by the time they start to recover the second day, the third day, by the time they begin to gain more energy, gain back their energy, it's already time for another dialysis. Because you have to do it thrice. For people who are doing it thrice a week. So when they do the first one and they are exhausted and tired, everything, by the time they get home, trying to, recover, getting back some energy, it's already time for another session again, another dialysis again. So it's like a marathon. Like, it is not easy. It's not a joke. So please, everything you're going to be learning here, please put it into action right away. So if you are currently battling kidney issue, as long as you are still alive right now, as long as you listen to me right now, you should keep up the hope. Yeah? You should keep up the hope. Yeah. That hope has to be there. You can't lose it. You are not allowed to lose hope. Okay, you are still, as long as you are alive. As you are, there are a lot of people whose cases are not even as bad as you are, and they are already gone. As long as you are still alive, that hope has to be there. Do not say anything negative to yourself. No, whatever you've done in the past that probably led to this, that has gone in the past. You now have a new chapter to live with. Okay, so do not be negative. You still you can still live a good life if you follow professional instructions and you follow all the guidelines you need to follow. Okay, all right. And if you are currently listening to me right now and you do not have any issue with your kidney, as from today, you now need to start protecting your kidney right now. Okay, your kidney will appreciate it when you drink enough water adequately. Okay, your kidney appreciates it when you urinate on time. Whenever you are pressed, please, if you are in an environment where you can urinate on time, please urinate on time. Okay, stop trying to hold urine, except if you are in a situation where you should hold your urine. Okay, your kidney appreciates it when you treat urinary tract infection on time, especially ladies. If you have UTI, urinary tract infection, treat it on time. Maybe in another session, I'll be talking about urinary tract infection. So people have it every month, every week. They're always on antibiotics. You need to now sit down and figure out what is causing this and what you can do to give you a permanent solution. Okay. Your kidney also appreciates it when you avoid acidic food. So for a lot of people who are eating junks, processed food, flour, and also taking alcohol, smoking, your kidney appreciates it when you avoid all of these foods. Okay. Your kidney also appreciates it when you keep your blood pressure and blood sugar under control. How do you want to keep your blood sugar and blood pressure under control if you do not check it? Don't rely on physical symptoms. You think it's until when you see that you are unable to sleep at night that you go to check your blood pressure. No, once you are above 30 years, you should have that machine to check your blood pressure, at least to check your blood pressure yourself regularly, because sometimes it might not give you any sign. So your kidney appreciates when you keep your blood pressure controlled and when you keep your blood sugar controlled. Now, some people think when I'm talking about control, it's just about using drug. Some people, use drug, but they don't adjust their diet. When you're using drug for blood sugar and you don't adjust your diet, the blood sugar that you had after using the drug, what happened to it? You ate all the forbidden food for your body, and because of that your blood sugar surge increases, and you think you can just go back and keep on using medication, metformin and all of this. When you use all of this medication, the blood sugar that was there, where do you think it will go? It's going to be moving from one place to go and damage another thing, go and damage another part of the body. So it's not just about taking your drug, it's not about taking your blood sugar drug. No, it's also about adjusting your diet. You need to adjust your diet properly. Okay, so your kidney also appreciates it if you do not heavily rely on chemical foods and drugs. Yes, your kidney also appreciates it when you avoid stress. If you're always stressed, if you are constantly stressed, you're always stressed every day, your kidney function will decline faster. Your kidney appreciates it as well when you eat food when you eat natural food, especially fruits, every day. There shouldn't be a day shouldn't end without you having at least one fruit in your diet. So as today is ending, you must have eaten a fruit. So every day you must incorporate it as a daily habit to eat at least one fruit, no matter how small it is. It should be a habit. Okay. Your kidney appreciates it if you avoid smoke. Avoid all form of smoke. Okay. Your kidney appreciates it when you avoid just taking local concussion anyhow. The one we call agbo in Nigeria, concussion. Okay. There are some people that they just take it anywhere, benefits, anywhere they see concussion, they take in their friend's home, they take on the roadside, they take any concussion they see, they take for everything, for malaria, for typhoid, for pile, for whatever. Concussion. You see, one, we cannot really ascertain the dosage and expiration or expiry date for some of these local agbo mixture. So the tendency that they are either underdose or overdose is very high. I'm not ruling out the efficacy of herbs. Yeah, herbs are effective, but it is worthy to emphasize that it has to be taken. It has to be prepared following standard supervision and hygiene. It has to be prepared in an hygienic circumstance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who sell this agbo, they're not really hygienic. They go to parties, they pick bottled drinks, empty bottled drink that a lot of people have used. They just put the agbo there and they start selling. Some of these agbo have stayed with them for 6 months, for 7 months. They keep on reselling and rewarming and rewarming. Some 2 weeks, some 1 week rewarming. And with this unhygienic situation, it affects. That's one of the things that is one of the leading causes of kidney issue right now in Nigeria. Agbo, yeah, it's one of the leading causes of kidney issue in Nigeria. So I'm not saying herbs are not effective, but you need to watch what you take. You need to watch. Don't just buy all of these things anyhow. You need to be careful. And then lastly, your kidney also appreciates it when you avoid exposure to heavy metals. Heavy metals, for example, mercury. Mercury is one of the popular heavy metals right now. So for some of you, you have your tooth, you have tooth filling. Most of these tooth filling are made of mercury. It affects. It can come down to your kidney and kill you. Okay, fishes. When you eat a lot of fish, okay, fishes are always exposed to mercury in water bodies, and then we take them. It affects us. It can poison us. Then jewelries. For people who use jewelry a lot, you have 3 earring here, 3 earring here, 2 neck chain, hand chain, wristwatch, waist chain, leg chain, everything. Some of these jewelries, the what is being made of, affect us. They leach into our skin through our sweat pores. Then the most common one right now that exposes people to mercury is bleaching cream. So if you are listening to me right now and you are making use of bleaching cream, you have to stop. And not just stopping, go for checkup immediately. Go to check your kidney health to know whether it has affected it or not. Okay, bleaching cream is deadly. Bleaching cream contains components that can even affect your blood pressure and blood sugar. So if you have been trying to treat blood sugar, blood pressure, and you are using bleaching cream, you might find it very difficult to be able to regulate it. And I talk about fish as well. I know a lot of us eat fish, it's good, but some fishes have low mercury contents. According to Healthline, we have Atlantic croaker. Atlantic croaker has low content of mercury. Atlantic mackerel, catfish, cod, lobster, oyster, salmon, sardine, shrimp, tilapia, tuna. These ones I mentioned, these fish I mentioned, their mercury level is lower. So when you're going for fish, go for these ones and try to always embrace fish that have scale more than fish that don't have scale. Embrace fish that have scale more than fish that don't have scale. All right. So, and then for creams, for those of you who are on my community or on the group, I'll be sending you a PDF, or maybe I'll send you via email in my next newsletter, or maybe on the community, whichever one. I'll send you a list, a PDF of creams that have been, that has been discovered to be deadly, and they are common. You know them. I'll send you the list of them, their names, and the contents in them that makes them so deadly. Another heavy metal is lead. Lead, you can be exposed to lead if you use a lot of pesticide, if you eat food that are exposed to pesticide, if you use insecticide, and paint. Some paints contain lead. So when you paint your house, you're supposed to open up your house for cross ventilation before you move in. Don't paint your house while you're living there. So try to paint your house at the point when you are going for vacation, so that you go, by the time you are back, the smell and the odor will have reduced to a good level. The another one is cadmium. Okay, you see, our kidney have big issue eliminating cadmium. Cadmium is deadly. Our kidney, you find it very difficult eliminating it from our body. So you are exposed to cadmium if you smoke, because cadmium is in the fertilizer that is being used to grow tobacco. So if you smoke cigarettes, you're exposed to cadmium. Okay, you're exposed to cadmium if you're a worker at metal refineries, and then people who live close to waste dump. We have a lot of waste dump in Nigeria, where Loma and all of these waste management authorities pack their dump, or you have refuse dump in your street, or your house is just beside that. People who live close to waste dump are exposed to cadmium. These are some of the things that lead to this issue. Because we don't know, we always think it is spiritual. Okay, so people who live close to waste dump, and you also need to avoid soybeans, commercial soybeans that have what I mean by commercial soybean, the inorganic one that has been bombarded with a lot of chemicals and all of this. In fact, 20% of osteoporosis is caused by this cadmium toxicity. 20% is caused by cadmium toxicity. So you have to pay attention to some of the sources of the heavy metal I've been mentioning. Then there's another one, aluminum, another heavy metal that kills the kidney. Aluminum, if you use deodorants, especially deodorant that are antiperspirant, these are deodorants that or roll-on that reduces your sweat, that blocks your sweat pores so that you won't sweat. It is the aluminum in the antiperspirant that blocks the sweat pores, and it goes into your blood system and it kills the kidney. So if you eat your food there's food foil, there's aluminum foil that they use to package some of the food. They used to package small chops, this aluminum foil, silver color, or they used to package shawarma, all of these things. This contains aluminum and you can get into your body from that. Then the last one, which is something that I know a lot of people might fall victim of, this heavy metal is called arsenic, and it is plenty in newspaper. We have it in the ink used in newspaper and the production of newspaper. So for those of you who eat food in newspaper, you buy your suya in newspaper, you buy pop-off in newspaper, you buy, you know what I'm saying, all these street snacks in newspaper, arsenic, you are exposing yourself to arsenic. So when you come down with a kidney issue, you start feeling that, okay, how did I get this thing? These are some of the ways you got them. So try to stay away from eating your snacks, eating your street snacks. I know they are sweet. I know we crave for them, but try to avoid buying them in newspaper. So if you know this person, this vendor that you buy these street snacks from sells in newspaper, and you don't want to get your own newspaper, you can go with your plate to buy. Okay? All right. So what are the symptoms? What are some of the symptoms of kidney issue? The first one that you have to pay attention to is frequent urination. And this frequent urination your urination is going to be in small quantity. You won't urinate the normal, you are not passing out the normal volume of urine. It's going to be in small quantity, but to be frequent. Something you can even urine that you are supposed to pass out maybe at once. It will be broken down into maybe you pass it out maybe 4 times. Small quantity, and it's going to be dark color. The color of the urine is going to be very dark. Pay attention. Check that. If that happens to you, day 1, day 2, day 3, go check yourself, or day 4, day 5, 1 week, go check yourself. Okay, because there are certain things we can do that might change the frequency of our urine or the color. Of course, 1 day, 2 days, but if it extends to 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, please go and check yourself. Okay, then sometimes when you urinate, if you smell, you have this ammonia smelling urine, smells like ammonia, check your kidney. Or you're having ammonia smell from your mouth odor or body odor, check your kidney. Or sometimes you might be having metallic taste. You are eating, but you are tasting metallic taste on your tongue. If it happens back to back, please go and check your kidney. Sometimes when you take blood tonic sometimes might give you that metallic taste on your tongue. But if you didn't take blood tonic and you are feeling metallic taste on your tongue, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, please go check yourself. Okay. If whenever you urinate and your urine is always foamy, it's always foamy as if you are washing with detergent every time, please go check your kidney. Of course, sometimes when you exercise, your urine might be foamy, but you didn't exercise and your urine is always foaming every time. Please go check your kidney. Sometimes it could be as a result of excessive protein in the urine because the kidney function is already declining. If you're always having cold every time, everybody in the room, they are feeling okay, but you are the only one always complaining about cold. The AC is not on. You're asking everybody, and everybody is saying they are even hot. How come you are cold? And this always happens to you every time. Please go check your kidney and also check your liver. If there's nothing wrong with your kidney, check your liver as well. Okay. If you're always having itchy, dry skin, please go check your kidney as well. If you're always having back-to-back ear problem, if you treated your ear problem, you're having pulse in your ear, you're having ringing in your ear, you're having sensation in your ear, one ear is working better than the other, you've used what you're supposed to use, you've been giving airdrop, you've used airdrop for years, you've done everything you should do, but it keeps on coming back. It keeps on coming back. It keeps on coming back, ringing in the ear. Go check your kidney. It might be a sign that your kidney needs attention. Okay. I hope we are together. Okay. If you are with me, give me 2 in the chat. Give me 2 in the chat. Give me 2 in the chat. Okay. 2 in the chat. Now, sometimes when you want to treat yourself, this is not just about kidney alone. Sometimes when you treat yourself, things that will not make you want you to get healing always show up. You see, some of these sicknesses, let me just go layman, they don't want to leave your body too. They don't want to leave. So everything that will discourage you from doing what you should do will show. It is you that you need to be strong. For example, there was this woman who came. She came for infection, urinary tract infection. Remember I talked about urinary tract infection. She was always having urinary tract infection regularly, back to back to back to back. So she came. So she was asked to do maybe a comprehensive checkup to know the status of some of the organs. So from the comprehensive checkup, it was discovered that the kidney was already going off. The kidney function was already declining. So they explained to her based on the results. She flared up. She's like, no. That's why I don't want to come for medical checkup. It is everything that is not in somebody's body that they will be discovering. Yeah, I don't want to get scared. Okay, this thing is in you. You should know so that you can take the right step. She said, no. I only came to complain about toilet infections so that I know what to use. Which one is kidney? No. So she left. 2-3 months. This thing became big. The kidney issue became big. She was growing lean. The eyes were growing yellow. The head was getting bigger, but the body was growing lean. And a lot of these things began to happen. So she went to, for a checkup again in another lab, and they confirmed to her that kidney issue was already on the rise. Okay. Now she came back to the place she came the first time. Now, because she already knew, they told her what she needed to do, everything, some of the medication she needed to get on to start her treatment or whatever. Now, she went home. She tried as much as possible to, figure out how to raise money for herself. The husband did not do anything. The husband, men that, don't care for why, that don't, that are nonchalant about health and all of these things. So, and the husband had multiple wives. Okay. So the husband did not care. The husband did not contribute. This woman, with the status of her health, had to source for this money, work harder, work double shift and all sorts. So when she got to, for a treatment to get her medication and everything, the husband was discouraging her not to get all the medication. So it always happened that some people that they shouldn't be in this situation right now if they had actually taken the right step at the beginning when they found out that something is wrong with them. But like I said, the sickness too does not want to leave your body. So everything that will discourage you from treating yourself will show. Everything that will discourage. So always put this at the back of your mind that whenever you want to treat yourself, something that will discourage you, something that will not make you treat yourself will show up. It is you that you have to be strong. You have to be strong with your decision, and you have to be strong with the step you want to take. Because when you pass on, this sickness will still remain. They will still go on to another person and still continue. So you have to do everything in your hand, in your capability to preserve your health right now. Now that will lead me to some of the remedies. I'll just share some of the remedies or what you need to know about some of the remedies. Okay, diet, how to adjust your food. The diet for kidney issue is called renal diet. Okay, so renal diet basically minimizes the amount of waste in the blood so that it can decrease the amount of work the kidney has to do to eliminate this waste. So you have to pay attention to sodium. Please pay attention. When you want to preserve your kidney or you are already having kidney issues, okay, you have to pay attention to sodium in your food. You have to pay attention to protein. You have to pay attention to potassium, and you have to pay attention to phosphorus. These are the 4 main considerations of a renal diet. And the last one, maybe fiber. So sodium, protein, potassium, phosphorus, fiber. Okay. Now let's talk about sodium. Sodium, I know once I mention sodium, what comes to your mind is salt, right? Okay. Do you know that eating a lot of salt can actually result into you feeling hungry faster? So this is one of the cheats that they use at, I don't know if anybody operates restaurants here. I don't want to spoil business for anybody, but they know that the more the salt, the more hungry you will get very quickly. So you have to buy more. That's one. And you also know that it is not all the food that contains sodium that has to be salty. So you believe that, okay, for a food to contain sodium, it has to be salty. No, there are a lot of food that contain crazy amount of sodium and they are not even salty. The taste is not salty. So what you need to do is to make sure you always check the label. I have a book on how to interpret label. That's for if you are interested in that, let me know. in the community. So you have to check the label of the food you are buying to see the level of, some of these nutrients, some of these mineral, to know if it is above what you should be taking. So sodium is not bad in itself, but excess of it is bad. And when the body starts breaking down, you now need to start adjusting, because sodium itself helps to make sure that your nerve and your muscle can work as they should. So sodium is important to help you maintain the right balance of fluid in the body. Okay. Now, excessive sodium can also lead to high blood pressure. Let me just give you an example of how a typical Nigerian or a typical Yoruba man, a typical Hausa man or Igbo man or woman, how they take salt. They want to eat white rice. Let me use that one as an example. White rice. Okay, hold on. I think I lost the camera. Hold on. Let me just get back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. So I was trying to explain how a typical Nigeria, how we consume so much salt. You want to eat white rice. In your white rice that you're cooking in the morning, there is salt inside, right? You have to put salt to make the taste come out. In the stew that you are making on the white rice, there is salt and there is seasoning. The one we call Maggi. Okay, there's seasoning. Most of this artificial seasoning, about 50 to 60% of the ingredients used to make this seasoning is salt. So in the white rice there is salt, in the stew there is salt, there's also seasoning that contains salt. The meat you want to eat on that particular dish, you've prepared the meat with salt and also seasoning. That's five sources of salt. Then you now said, okay, for the past 2 months I've been eating on white rice and stew and meat. Today let me add something. Want to add fried plantain. You slice your plantain. Before you put your sliced plantain on the on fire in the oil, you mix salt with it. So you are eating a plate of white rice that contains salt, that has stew on it that contains salt and seasoning, which also contains salt, that has meat that contains salt and seasoning, and also contains fried plantain called dodo that contains salt. So that's about 6 sources of salt in your breakfast or your lunch. Okay, that's how we basically eat salt, and this starts to affect us. So you need to cut down salt. Do you know that 1/6 tablespoon of salt, 1/6 tablespoon, when you put salt in a tablespoon, if you divide it into 6 portions, one of them, or just one portion, 1/6 of tablespoon of salt can increase your risk of hypertension by 26%. 1/6 of tablespoon, I mean, not tablespoon, teaspoon, sorry. 1/6 of teaspoon of salt, 1/6, as small as that is, of teaspoon, can increase your risk of high blood pressure by 26%. If that will happen, if that can increase the risk of your hypertension or high blood pressure by 26%, now think about the opposite. That means just reducing 1/6 teaspoon of salt in your food can also reduce your risk of hypertension by 26%. That's how much attention you have to give to salt. Okay, so cut away salt from your food. If you're already having issue with your kidney, cut away salt from your food. And if you don't have kidney issue yet, cut down salt. Don't add salt to an already cooked food. Some people, after the food has been prepared, they taste the food, they say, this food does not have enough salt. Oh, this food does not have enough salt. Oh, they now add salt to the food that has already cooked, salt that did not go through fire or did not go through processing. That's even crazier. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. I need to know if you can hear me, because I can see somebody asking for volume. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me know in the chat. Let me quickly check the chat if you can hear me. Oh, okay, perfect. So salt, cut down salt. If you don't have kidney issue yet, reduce it. Like for the example I gave, eating white rice, there's already salt in the stew, there's already salt in the meat, there's already salt in the plantain. You might not even need to put salt in the rice itself. There's already salt in the stew and everything. The white rice might just be plain that way. Okay, and do not add salt to an already prepared food. Okay, cut down food that contains sodium. Most fast food contain alarming volume of salt. Most fast food, snacks, flour foods, most of them contain high volume of salt. Okay, and also don't listen to people who say cutting down salt is not important. It is important though. It is very, very important. So sodium, number one. So watch out whenever you're buying any food, check the content at the back to know the level of sodium that is in there. Okay. In fact, if you're already down with kidney issue and you're already on medication, if you want the medication to work faster, like magic, cut down your salt. If you reduce salt or even eliminate salt from your food, the effectiveness of your kidney medication is going to increase by 50%, 50 solid percent. So eliminate salt. Okay. Now the second one is potassium. Now, too much sodium, let me put it that way. Too much sodium with too little potassium can lead to hypertension, heart disease, and chronic kidney disease. Too much sodium and too little potassium can lead to heart disease, hypertension, and chronic kidney disease. So your potassium to sodium has to be 2:1. 2:1, because potassium itself is a nephroprotector. It protects the nephrons in the kidney. Okay, so you don't eat too much of it. If you're already down with chronic kidney issue, you don't eat too much of it. Very little quantity, moderate quantity. But if you're not down with chronic kidney issue yet, okay, you have to regulate the amount of potassium you're eating to sodium consumption. Okay, 2:1, 2:1. Okay, and we have food that contains potassium very well, especially avocado. We have avocado, we have banana. Okay, but if you're already down with kidney disease, you have to reduce your potassium as well. So you can embrace cabbage, okay, over avocado. Even if you want to eat avocado, maybe a quarter size of moderate avocado size. A quarter, just an average avocado, quarter of it, maybe it's okay. You can add it to your meal, but you still need to speak to your dietitian for a personalized advice. If you're already down with chronic kidney disease, speak with your dietitian for a personalized meal plan, for a personalized guide advice. So potassium as well, you have to pay attention to potassium, sodium, potassium. The third one is protein. You have to pay attention to protein because protein in the urine is one of the biggest signs of kidney health, whether it's getting worse or not. So if you want to know how fast somebody with kidney disease is going to progress into dialysis, measure the protein in their urine. Okay, you know. So when your kidney, both kidneys or one of them, or basically when your kidneys are not working as they should, protein can be leaking through the kidney filters into the urine, and it can make the urine foamy or bubbly, and you might even urinate often, like I said. Okay, so you need to restrict salt intake so that the protein in urine can also go down dramatically. So salt, sodium, pay attention to it. Also, eat low protein whole plant food. Let me come again. Whole protein, low protein whole plant food. Low protein whole plant food instead of animal protein. So embrace more of plant protein in moderate quantity, in very low quantity. Okay, because plant protein produces lesser protein waste compared to animal protein. So you can eat vegetables. That's important. Not you can eat vegetables. You should eat vegetables, okay? And maybe add whole grain to your meal. So that's because you cannot avoid protein totally. You can only reduce because your body still needs protein. Because if you cut out protein totally because you have chronic kidney disease, you'll be protein deficient, and that will also bring up another issue again. You just have to eat food that contain low protein, but they are plant whole food, because plant protein produces low amount of protein waste. So it's not going to put so much workload on your kidney. Now, for a lot of people, once you are already undergoing dialysis, most times dialysis helps to remove the protein waste. So you can still eat some protein to an extent. But again, speak to your dietitian for a more personalized guide on this. So pay attention to protein as well. All right. Now, there's fiber as well. Fiber. Increase your consumption of fiber. If you're already down with kidney issue, increase consumption of fiber. Okay. Increase fiber content, food that contains fiber. Take it. But though when you increase fiber intake, it can sometimes for some people you can start discovering that you are bloating or you're having gas and all sorts. Continue, your body will adjust, your gut will adjust. These symptoms are just there to, you just sign that these symptoms typically subsidize. Let me put it this way: these symptoms are just they are definitely good to go. Your digestive system is going to adapt, okay? But ensure you are taking a lot of fiber. I'm saying this again: if you start taking fiber, sometimes you might feel that you are bloating or you're having gas. Continue, your gut should adjust as time goes on. Okay, so you can eat boiled corn, you can eat seeds like chia seed, you can take flax seed, you can take a lot of grains, eat a lot of fiber, vegetables. So when you increase your fiber intake, the risk of kidney disease goes down dramatically. So fiber. Okay, that's very important. Now phosphorus, that's another mineral we need to talk about. Phosphorus. Okay, now phosphorus works with calcium and vitamin D to make our bones strong, so we need it. But when it gets out of balance, your kidney takes care of it. When it gets out of balance, your kidney can take care of that. Your kidney is in charge of maintaining the balance of phosphorus in the body. But people with declined kidney function, they need to supply the right amount of phosphorus. It must not be too much, it must not be too little. The danger is that it must not be too much, it must not be too little. So that's why you need a kidney dietitian. So for those of you already down, ensure you request to speak to a kidney dietitian at the hospital you are using. They will prepare the plan for you, the food you can eat, and the grams of different mineral that should be in your food based on your weight, based on the stage of kidney problem you have, so that you'll be able to live a good life. Okay, even with the issue. Okay. Now, talking about the danger of phosphorus not being too much, a lot of food today contain phosphorus because phosphorus is one of the food ingredients that has multiple benefits. Phosphorus is one of the ingredients that makes most of the food you eat creamy. So for those of you take milk, all those creamy food that have creamy taste, that most likely there's phosphorus in there. Phosphorus also helps ingredients in the food to bind. That's why phosphorus is in a lot of foods. It helps ingredients to bind. Okay, two ingredients were being mixed up together. This ingredient, if they are being kept, sometimes there's some ingredients that don't really mix well. That even if you mix them well, if you leave them for a while, this ingredient will separate. The ingredient one might be floating, while the ingredient two might just settle down. But when phosphorus is being food is being processed, while the food is being manufactured, it helps all of these ingredients to bind together. That's why it's very common in most of the food you eat. And then phosphorus also helps to increase the shelf life of food. So it makes food stay long. So if you buy any packaged food, if a packaged food stays for so long without getting spoiled and without the need to refrigerate it, most likely that food is high in phosphorus. Let me come again. Phosphorus is an ingredient, okay? And there are a whole lot of varieties of phosphorus. So when you check the label of your food and you see phosphorus, there are different varieties of phosphorus. Phosphorus is phosphorus that. So if there's a packaged food that you have, and that packaged food stays long without getting spoiled and without the need to refrigerate it, that you don't even need to refrigerate it, without refrigerating it, it will still stay good for a long period of time. There's high tendency that there is high level of phosphorus in that food. So avoid it. If you're already down with kidney issue, stay away from such kind of food. Stay away from food that have high level of phosphorus. So always check the ingredient of your food. Always check the ingredient of your food. Basically, if you just want to, the rule of thumb, if you want to really avoid most of these foods, most of these issues, is to stay with organic food. Just stay with organic food, fruits and vegetables, grains. It will help you avoid most of these things. So if you still go on to buy food at the grocery store, packaged food, there's high tendency that you might not be able to escape some of these issues. Okay, there are about 30 varieties of phosphorus in our food, so always check the label. If you find PHOS, like I said, phos in any of the ingredients, especially if it appears more than once, you have phosphorus something, you have another phosphorus something in the same food, phosphorus ingredients appearing twice. Hi, throw away that food and run away. If you are already managing kidney disease, run away. There are some foods we even called double jeopardy foods. These are food that contain high potassium and high phosphorus. You can go online and search double jeopardy food. Okay, let me just type it there. Hold on a bit. Let me type it down below for you. Okay, just type it in the chat. Double jeopardy foods. These are food that contain high potassium and high phosphorus. If you're already down with a chronic issue, run away. Food like cheese, food like chocolate, ice cream, salted nuts, milk, peanut butter, cocoa drink, even yogurt, hot dog, pizza. If you are down with chronic disease, these are not food for you. These are not food for you. Pizza, hot dog, milk, chocolate, cheese, salted nuts, milk, peanut butter. These are not for you. Most of these food I just mentioned are double jeopardy food. They contain high phosphorus, high potassium. Run away from them. Okay, run away from them. Okay, finding out your phosphorus level might require you to do some blood work, some blood tests. Okay, but one trick that you can use to know if your phosphorus level is high is to see if you are having symptoms of low calcium. Symptoms of low calcium like muscle spasm, you're always having muscle pull every time, numbness or tingling around the mouth, you're feeling tingling around the mouth, around the tongue, you're having bone joint pain, weakness, you're having rashes or itchy skin. These are some of the symptoms of low calcium. So there's high tendency that your phosphorus level is high. Okay, because when phosphorus level is high, you'll be having signs of you're having the same symptom as people who have low calcium issue. Okay, so phosphorus in your food, stay away from them. Now, what are some of the remedies? I'll just give you some quick natural remedies that you have to adopt right now. First one that you have to put in place is grape. If you've not been eating grape, how do we know food that have high level of phosphorus? I've just mentioned some of them. And then whenever you're getting any food, check the back, check the ingredients, check the label at the back. And if you just want to avoid all of this, if you don't want to be bothering yourself about checking ingredients, just avoid processed food entirely. Avoid processed food entirely. Going for grains, vegetables, these ones are safer. Eat more grains, especially for those who are already down with chronic kidney issue. Okay, so some remedies: grape. If you're having chronic kidney disease right now, or you want to prevent chronic kidney disease, grape must be part of your daily routine or daily meal. Grape, because grape brings about a protective effect against acute and chronic kidney disease. So about 15 grapes a day can do wonders. 15 grapes per day can do wonders. Okay. Then another one is lemon. You can take lemon, but before you take lemon, speak to your dietitian first. For those who have chronic kidney disease, but for those who have kidney stone, lemon is good for kidney stone. It helps to break down and prevent kidney stone. So a glass of warm water plus lemon first thing in the morning helps when it comes to kidney stone. Okay, for grape, I said 15 grapes per day will do wonders. For lemon, a glass of warm water mixed with lemon in the morning would also be very, very good for kidney stone. Then another one is what we call the extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is very, in fact, if you have not embraced olive oil right now, every one of you, please, as from today, start making your food with olive oil. It's better. Olive oil is better than most of the vegetable oil out there. Olive oil is very, very good. So start preparing your food with olive oil. Okay. I said grape. I didn't say orange. I said grape. 15 per day. You know this grape now? Okay. Not the grape that looks like, okay, I get what you're saying. Not the orange grape, grapefruit. Not the orange one, not that orange grape. No. I mean the grapefruit, the one that has this wine color. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I get what you're saying, Mr. Ahmed, and I get you now. Okay, it's not the orange one, it's the grapefruit. That small one that has that. Is it purple or orange color? Okay, purple or wine color. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So 15 of that per day. Then olive oil. Olive oil is good for the kidney, very, very good for the kidney. There's oleic acid in olive oil. It helps to reduce heart disease, it helps to reduce blood pressure, it helps to reduce cholesterol, and it helps to reduce formation of plaque within the arteries, and it's also very, very good for the kidney. Okay, so embrace olive oil in preparing your food. Then another remedy, another thing you have to pay attention to is water intake. The best drink for your body is water. So keep your body hydrated all the time. Even if you're not thirsty, keep your body hydrated. Because sometimes the brain might delay, because when you need water, it is the brain that alerts us that we are thirsty. Sometimes the brain might be late. The brain might sometimes be late in alerting us. You already need water, but the brain is late in alerting you that you need water. So keep yourself hydrated regularly. Okay. Then if you are down with kidney issue right now, even if you miss everything, you must not miss onion and garlic. Do not miss onion and garlic. It has to be part of what you eat every day. Onion and garlic. Onion and garlic has shown to help reduce up to 30% of chronic kidney disease. Okay, it helps to reduce most of the symptoms, helps to reduce the how bad it is, helps to bring it down. Onion and garlic, because garlic helps to clear out urea and other byproducts, so it reduces the workload on the kidney. So onion and garlic should be part of what you eat every single day. Then cut down carbohydrates. You can get most of your carbohydrates from vegetables. Cut down carbohydrates if you are down with chronic kidney disease already. Cut down carbohydrates, okay? Because when you eat too much carbohydrates, especially refined carbohydrates, it can spike your blood sugar, and blood sugar increases the oxidation in the body, and that oxidation kills the filter in your kidney called nephrons. Okay, so avoid overconsumption of carbohydrates, especially refined carbohydrates. The another one is green tea. Very, very. If you are down with chronic kidney disease, don't play with green tea. Do not play with green tea. Your doctor might not tell you, okay, but do not play with green tea. They'll tell you what they know. Do not play with green tea. Embrace green tea. And the anti-lipid cleansing tea contains green tea. Contains green tea very well, so it helps perfectly. Then there's another one I'm going to be teaching you right now. Oh, before that one, that's the last one I'll teach you. Before that one, if you're down with chronic kidney issue, ensure you are always in a lively place where you are happy, you have social connection, because most times your health practitioners will only be in your life for a few hours. Maybe when you want to do dialysis, or when you go for checkup, when you go for appointment, maybe 10 minutes or 1 hour or 2 hours, blah, blah, blah. So most of the time, people treating chronic kidney disease are usually in social isolation. And when you are isolated, a lot of things start to crop up. They get depressed because they can't go to work, and everybody will have gone to work. They're always on their own, and all of these things. They're isolated because they are down. They are going to dialysis and everything. And when you are isolated for too long, you can start to get depressed. And when you get depressed, sometimes you can begin to fall back to some of the things you did that led to that issue, like smoking. Some people cope with depression. Some people cope with loneliness by smoking. You can fall back to eating junk. Some people cope with loneliness by eating, sugary food and all of these things. These are some people's coping mechanism for depression and loneliness, and this will worsen your health and even lead to a quick decline. So if you are battling with I'm not using the word battling. If you are winning chronic kidney disease currently, ensure that you have social connection. Ensure that you are not, isolated for too long. Don't stay on your own. Don't be lonely for too long. And then lastly, this I'll be teaching you. We call it parsley tea. Parsley tea. Have you heard of parsley tea before? Parsley tea. Parsley is parsley leaf. Okay. So you get parsley leaf. Check parsley leaf. Check the language, the word for parsley leaf in your local language. But if you go online and check parsley leaf, sometimes they might show you jute leaf, ewedu. Parsley leaf is not ewedu. Okay, just figure out what parsley leaf is. Go to stores that sells, veggies and all these. So parsley leaf, or those of you who know parsley leaf, you know the local name for parsley leaf. You can drop it below, the Yoruba name, the Hausa name, the Igbo name. Drop it in the comments. Let me see. Okay, so for everybody to benefit. So parsley leaf, get parsley leaf, get cloves, get ginger. So what you will do is that you boil all of this, boil it very well, and then pour it in a cup. So after pouring it in a cup, add lemon. You don't add lemon to it before boiling. After boiling, you pour the extract in the cup, the one you want to take. You then add lemon and drink. This helps the kidney dramatically, magically. Try this out. For those of you complaining, um avoid cocoa drink if you're having chronic kidney disease. Avoid cocoa drink. Yeah, avoid it. Yep. So try this: parsley leaf plus cloves plus ginger. Boil it in water and then pour the extract in a cup. Then add lemon, squeeze lemon into it, and drink regularly. It is going to, bring about a dramatic, adjustment, a dramatic improvement for those of you suffering chronic kidney disease. Okay, I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to, enlighten or share certain things that you do not know before, but you now know now, and you would love to actually practice. Before we go, ensure that you subscribe to this channel and ensure you like this live. So if you have not done that, do it right now. We are over 200 right now watching. It's going to get to 1,000. I'm waiting to see more than 200 likes. Okay. I'm waiting to see more than 200 likes. If you watch this and you don't like it, you're a bad person. Okay. So if you didn't get anything, make sure you get this parsley tea. It's very, very important. Get parsley leaf, get clove, get ginger, boil it together, pour the extract in a cup of water, not cup of, in a cup, add lemon to it, drink every day, drink every day, drink every day. You start seeing, amazing improvements when it comes to chronic kidney disease. All right, so I tried as much as possible to keep this under 1 hour, but we've exceeded 1 hour. I think we exceeded by 18 minutes or 20 minutes. Okay, so what I'll be doing right now is that if I open up chance for question, it will take too long. What I'll be doing is that I will be taking care of our questions in the group. So for those of you who are watching here, who you were invited here and you don't know how to join the group, the link to join the group is on the screen right now. The link to join the group is on the screen right now. wellnesswithayo.com/join. That's a link to join the group. So you can take a screenshot once we are done. I know some of you were invited here, you just saw the link to join here. We have the community where most of our discussion holds. Okay, so join the community so that you'll be able to have access to the Q&A on kidney issue. Okay, the Q&A will announce when we're going to be taking the Q&A on kidney issue, and then we'll be able to do what we have to do about that. Okay, and for those of you who need one-on-one consultation, some of you need one-on-one consultation based on the status of your health right now. To book a one-on-one consultation with Dr. Ayo, that is the link on the screen: wellnesswithayo.com/booking. If you need a one-on-one consultation, go to that URL. It opens up a page for you. Read that page to know, our procedure for one-on-one consultation and the price. This is a paid consultation. It's not free. Okay, you know the procedure and how to pay and everything. Okay, that is the link on the screen. Okay, I don't really take so much WhatsApp messages. For those who are sending WhatsApp messages, we have hundreds of messages daily, so it's very hard to handle. So for those of you who you know your status of your health and you need one-on-one consultation where you can be able to discuss fully, properly on the steps you need to take for your health, go to that link on the screen: wellnesswithayo.com/booking. And for those of you who need to join my newsletter, because I send newsletter regularly, this is the link to the newsletter. I'm about to send a mind-blowing newsletter. Okay, those of you who read the last newsletter, how was it? Okay, the last newsletter, how was it? Okay, those who read it, how was the newsletter? Another mind-blowing newsletter is coming up pretty soon. It's going to be a surprise. I'll just drop it for you. Okay, if you have not subscribed to my newsletter, that is the link to subscribe to the newsletter on the screen: www.swat.media/letters. Okay, that is the link to subscribe to the newsletter. But above all, the most important link right now is to join the community, which is here. If you have not joined the community, if you're not my WhatsApp community, that's the link to join the WhatsApp community, because while on the community, you have access to a lot of all of these things. You'll be able to ask your questions and everything. Okay, so make a screenshot: wellnesswithayo.com/join. So we'll be announcing when we'll be having the Q&A for the kidney discussion, so that we'll be able to take our questions, answer them, so that we're able to get on. We want us to be able to have seen some improvements in our health before the end of this year, and that's our goal. Okay, I hope this has been valuable to you. If this has been valuable to you, let me know in the chat. Let me see your reaction in the chat. Okay, let me see your reaction in the chat. And before we go, don't run away. I need you to take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Let's go and prepare. Okay. Take a screenshot. Let's prepare them. Let's prepare those who missed the class today. Let's pepper those who missed the class today. Let's pepper them. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Go and pepper them on the group. Those who missed the class, pepper them, pepper them. Take a screenshot. Don't take me when my mouth is open. Take me when I'm looking good. Take a screenshot. Okay. Take a screenshot and let's go and pepper them on the group so that they will know that they missed something. Okay. Pepper them, share what you learned today. Okay. How was the class today? Was it valuable? Was it valuable for you? Was it amazing for you? Did you learn something? Did you learn something for yourself? Did you learn something for people around you? Did you learn something for your spouse? Did you learn something for all of these people? Okay. Right. Okay, so without wasting much of time, I would like to release you guys so that we can go about our other activities for today before we sleep eventually. So make sure in whatever you do, make sure you don't mess with your health. Make sure whatever you do, after giving priority to your creator, the next thing to give priority to is your health, because there's nothing you can enjoy on earth if your health is in a bad shape. In fact, you cannot even worship God properly the way you want if your health is in a bad shape. Okay, you cannot parent your kids rightly if your health is in a bad shape. You cannot take care of your family if your health is in a bad shape. So once you wake up in the morning and you're still alive, the first thing to do is to give space or time for your creator, whatever name you call him. After that, give space and time, attention for your health, because you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot take care of your children if you are in a bad shape. Okay, so your health is very, very paramount. So with this point of mine, I'm coming to a close. Let's continue our conversation in the community. So I'll see you in the community. Okay, cheers and bye for now.